Good morning, my friends. Hello, hello. Welcome to my Wednesday stream after I skipped Thursday. Yeah, I'm sorry for that, but I really just didn't have the time. There was so much on my plate that I decided it's better for my nerves to skip the stream and spend the time doing other stuff. But yeah, I'm back today. I'm a little bit tired. The night, wasn't very good. I didn't get much sleep. But yeah, I don't want to complain. How was your birthday dinner, James? Did you already have the dinner or will be on your day off? I mean, it's possible that you didn't have the dinner already. So how did you spend your birthday? Mark is here as well. Hello, good morning. And you bring coffee, that's good. I definitely need coffee. Oh yeah, that's probably the result from me betraying you yesterday. Abandon. Long quiet hours. Sounds echo. Oh, and you had the dinner. It was very good. Oh, and I remember that I was so intrigued by the strawberry salad you talked about that your mom would prepare. And I looked up, I was like, was it called strawberry salad? Yes, I think so. I was like, strawberry salad? What's that? I want to know. And oh my God, this looked so good. I have to look up recipes for that. It's strawberry season right now, so definitely. JC is here. Hello. Hope you had a great day. Yeah, it was okay. I had lots of anxiety the day before. That's why I decided, okay, what would really help me with everything? Lots of stuff had accumulated work-wise, for instance, and I was like, Anja, you have to do something about this. That's why I said, okay, I will skip the stream so that I can wake up, do my thing, do everything, get everything in order, so that in the afternoon then I was like feeling better already. So yeah, I had a good day, honestly. Sometimes I have to make hard decisions, like abandoning my friends, which is actually not good. I mean, I make the stream also for myself to stay focused on myself during these early hours. But yeah, sometimes I'm just so overwhelmed. Yeah, everyone is saying hi. Good morning. Hello. And I want to share the card we got for today, the Four of Cups. And it was in reverse, so I also looked up the reverse meaning. And it's a little bit about, it's about complaining and not appreciating what you actually have, or forgetting, what you have. It's in the booklet, it said, it's a little nudge. How was it? A gentle nudge to stop complaining. And I also liked, instead of focusing on what you don't have right, focus on what you do. Even better, spend energy focusing your thoughts on the experiences that you will create in the future. So again, I don't know what it is recently with those cards. It's showing us a hopeful outlook, but also this card is more about be grateful for what you have right now. It's about maybe focusing more on that than on the negative things maybe that you feel. I'm trying to find a bridge to writing as well. I mean, we often focus on those things we haven't achieved yet, or where we maybe failed, or where we feel like we didn't write enough. I don't know. And this card is telling us, okay, look at what you actually wrote, what you already gathered, the material you already have, and the accomplishments you already have as a writer, for instance, or as an artist, or I think of those people that maybe had a 10K day or tried to get 10K in a day and they only got to 8K and then feel really bad instead of focusing on the fact that they got actually 8K words. That would be an example for this kind of mindset we sometimes fall into, this trap of negativity. So yeah, this card nudges us to focus on the positive. Oh, let's see what James has to say. Oh, it can be a warning against hoarding money. I was just about to say, you have to have some money to be able to hoard it. Yeah, but it's also a good example for when we are too fearful, we tend to keep the money instead of let it flow, for instance, toward, let's say, you could take a course to get better with something or more of an expert and then get a job that will also lead to more money. Sometimes it's good not to hoard the money, but to use it to your advantage. And also the same with time, resources, share or risk having it taken from you. Okay. 4 of Coins reverse can be a warning against hoarding money, time, resources, share or risk. Yeah, share it. Yeah. Or risk having it taken from you. Yeah, it's also a good thing to think about. Maybe especially when we're more in this negative mindset, in this everything's bad, or I'm not good enough. I know this leads to this we maybe get stuck at home instead of going out or meeting friends. All this kinds of mindset to leads to us keeping everyone out, not spending time with people, or not giving your resources to people, which actually would help you get out of this rut. So yeah, the 4 of Coins is a very interesting card, very interesting for me as well, because I kind of feel overwhelmed right now with everything, mentally especially. The kids are also, it's the end of the school year, they're really stressed out with everything, and I feel mental energy is the overwhelm. That's why I also prepared the tea timer. But I want to use the first sprint to think about that. I think about the good things, that I have. And I also feel I really would like to be more, how do you say, as inspired again recently, probably because I've been overwhelmed with work, the kids, and everything. I felt like, drawing back a little, but I think I would love to, feel inspired and going out again more, But maybe that's just on the brink of coming. I don't know. We will see what happens during the next days and weeks. Okay. But for now, let's share some tea together and enjoy the first cup of coffee as well. Here's the first sprint. Okie dokie. That was sprint number 1. Oh, I'm sorry. I need my second cup of coffee. I hope next night will be better with the sleep. Loretta joined us. Hello. Good morning. And she has good news. So the guy I preached to about Substack, he started one. Ooh, and bizarrely enough, he agreed to a second date. Oh, that's good news. Double good news. And James also shared some stuff about his brother. Wait, yeah. Before I forget to mention it, my brother had his doctor's appointment. He has been cleared to return part-time. Awesome. They want to be careful, that's why part-time, that he doesn't overtax his strength. Yeah, I mean, I think that's good. Definitely a good sign that his employer is being understanding of this. Yeah, also, he's probably a good employee so that they don't want to lose him. And I mentioned to my mom that doing new things, yes, will help him rebuild any lost function. I had to explain neuroplasticity to her and how the brain can find alternative pathways to do things. I was actually pretty proud of how she absorbed my mini lecture. Just imagining that. Not bad for an 81-year-old. And I was immediately like, your mom must be really fit at 81 when she prepared all this food for your birthday dinner. Yeah, and she does really well. That's good to hear. And she's a very organized woman. I'm wildly erratic in comparison. I cannot imagine. She has her system down cold. Yeah. But it's good to hear about your family and that everyone is good. Yeah, and Loretta wants to use the second date to talk the guy into some other writing project. Yeah. Oh, yeah. By the way, Mark, I downloaded the PDF, the 1000 Year Old Vampire, the game, and already looked into it, read through it. And it's amazing. I'm a bit overwhelmed by the setup, when you have to set up first your character, but still, it's really cool. And I'm already wrote down on my list for my friends, someone where I think I will give them this game and a journal and some dice as well, so that they can play. And Loretta's happy to see Mark. This would also be cool for you. Probably the game 1000-Year-Old Vampire, a solo player game for writers, or where you write. I think you can also speak out for yourself. You could play it like that, it said, but writing is obviously more fun. Yeah, we also talked about in the beginning of the sprint. I found this very interesting, and I think makes lots of sense. James said, I was watching a video today that was talking about how a particular style of therapy approaches treating those with anxiety and depression. They suggest going against usual instincts. So a depressed person with social anxiety may want to hide away and be alone. In truth, they need to do the opposite. One of those times conventional wisdom is counterproductive. Our culture has made a fetish out of follow your feelings, yeah? I think so too. And it's, like you said here, if our feelings are unhealthy, though, they make a dangerously unreliable guide. Introverts need their heads cleared by engagement with external reality. Extroverts need to learn to slow down and just process life. Both types overuse their strengths and turn them into weaknesses. Yeah, and I think absolutely from my personal experience, that's why we started talking about this. Sometimes it's good to, it doesn't have to be something too much out of your comfort zone, but just going out to dinner with friends, for instance, would be something I like doing, or going to the cinema, Introverts can do stuff outside of the home. And this really, I usually feel a lot better afterwards mentally because I met people, talk to them in real life besides my kids, my husband, and it can just get you out of this. I don't know, when you're at home and you can get into this overthinking mode that pulls you down. So definitely I feel so too. We don't have to overdo it, suddenly become extroverts and go to one party after the other, but just gently push ourselves to meet people in real life or go for a walk. Even that can be already helpful, but like meeting people, talking to them, can be friends or family, people that we feel comfortable with and that don't take too much energy from us. Yeah, might be a good thing to do when you feel like really down or have been down for some time, or don't have that much energy, like just this state of maybe too much negative thinking, low energy, stuff like that. Good night morning to Loretta. Oh yeah, this game seems so cool. I knew it. Yeah, maybe I can share a link, but you will find it quickly if you Google 1000-year-old vampire game. You find it at the top of the Google results. Let's prepare sprint number 2. So yeah, I made a list of things I enjoy doing outside at the start of the last sprint, like going to the museum with the kids and getting some ice cream afterwards, stuff like that. So maybe anyone should have a list like that prepared in case they're feeling down and need some outside energy. So where's my timer? Or doing another escape room was on my list as well. I'm thinking about me and my husband's wedding anniversary is coming up soon. I'm thinking like, maybe we should celebrate with another escape room because we had so much fun last time. This would also be something. See, Loretta found the game. At work, we're doing work on our parking lot this week. I got drafted to drive a shuttle bus from a remote parking lot to the facility so that people get to work. Definitely had me having to use my social battery. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh. But also it's kind of cool that you're the bus driver, It's kind of fitting. I could imagine you being a school bus driver as well. You can lecture the kids a little. Do you say lecture? It sounds a bit like, or teach the kids on the way to school, probably more than they learn in school. Yeah. Yapping small talk from, that's a long time. Yeah. From 5:30 to 8 in the morning. And it's at the end of your shift, isn't it? So you're already exhausted. Whew, yeah, that's quite quite a lot, I can imagine. So maybe you can use the next sprint to refill your social battery. And I have to press play. I will make coffee. I need more coffee, definitely. Enjoy. Okie dokie, that was sprint number 2. And how did everybody do? Elizabeth joined us. Hello, hello. Today is a busy day for me, so I'm glad I'm awake early today. Oh yeah, and Kay joined us too. I don't want to forget Kay. Here she is. Hello, hello. So Elizabeth shared that today is a busy day and she's glad that she's awake early. And she has an MRI in just over 3.5 hours and a job interview late in the morning. Second interview after phone interview, yay. And I'm going back to college next week to study chemistry, which is awesome. Chemistry is probably pretty interesting. I'm scared of anything related to chemistry from school. Still, this was one of the subjects I struggled a little bit with. But yay, that's cool. Loretta had a cheese sandwich and worked on her plotting. And Kay edited, mostly edited that sprint. Awesome. No house chores, nothing like that. Yeah, we talked a little bit also during the sprint. Oh yeah, Mark also said, because before the sprint we talked about sometimes it's good to come a little bit out of your shelf when you are feeling mentally, just more in a negative mood. Sometimes it helps, even when you're an introvert, to just meet people, someone you are close to, someone you feel relaxed with. It might help. I said, for me, for instance, it would be good to go to dinner sometimes with friends, to just get out a little bit and get some fresh air, talking to other people. And Mark said, I need to throw half of a butt to the talk, at least for how it is for me. Neither follow your feelings and stay in, whatever they may be, forever, nor push yourself out of them seems to be healthy when you force or overdo. Yes, definitely. I think that's the tricky thing, to find the right balance for yourself of reloading your social battery, needing time alone, definitely. And sometimes gently pushing yourself to meet someone, just to have some social interaction. Oh yeah. And James shared that he had to we shared this before the sprint, but I found it quite funny that he was drafted to drive a shuttle bus and has to do small talk from 5:30 to 8 in the morning, which is like the end of his shift, and he struggled sleeping. I'm usually asleep by 7:30, didn't fall asleep until 10 a.m. I can so relate that I struggle. Sometimes I have a friend in the US, located in Seattle, and we sometimes have a Zoom call. And because of the time zones, it's best when we meet up in my evening time. And after our talk, which is always very, just great, I really struggle sleeping because my energy goes up and I'm going through everything we talked about. Sometimes I'm a little anxious about stuff I said, whatever, but then I lie in bed like I cannot sleep. So yeah, I totally get that feeling that it's in the system somehow and it has to be processed. That's how it is for me. That's why I struggle sleeping. I should actually probably just sit and write about what we talked about maybe, and do stuff like that to calm down again. And I thought also during the sprint that my interaction with you here in the chat is also kind of very healthy for me. I feel like chatting with you guys, although we are not meeting in real life, always helps me when I maybe feel a little bit down in the morning, like I don't know about the day ahead, or my writing sucks, I don't know, then it always helps me just to talk to you guys. Spend the time with my journal and writing a little bit, but also just talking with you about stuff always lifts me up. So that's maybe also something people could do, talking online to people, to friends, if you're not feeling like going out and meeting someone. Elizabeth is on fire, yeah, and I'm still envying you for just during this sprint. I also was like, oh, how could I reinvent myself? Should I go back studying something psychology? Or I just love learning, not so much putting into practice what I learned. So just going back to study would be so cool. I would love that. But yeah, then after I finish the studies, I would have to use this somehow and work with that. And I'm not sure if I will do that, or just would want to start another subject, But for instance, my mom, who's retired and started writing children's books, and she's also at the university. She's not getting a degree or anything, but here in Germany, you can, as a retired person, you can also go to all kinds of courses, and you don't have to pay lots of money, just a little fee, and you can decide. Like, I remember when I studied history, lots of elderly people sat in the first row and our professor held his lecture. So maybe that's something I will do when I'm retired, because this is I just enjoy learning new things, hearing about them. Not so much putting them into practice, unfortunately. Alice Ambrose reads, "Hi, try to get out of bed." Oh, that's good. But it sounds like you're still in there, which is also okay. Sometimes we need some more time to get up. Totally understand that. Maybe during the next sprint, final sprint. Chemistry, that painful memory, yeah. And the funny thing is, for me, in high school, we needed to have an internship. It's still the same now with my kids. So, and don't ask where I did my internship, because a friend dragged me there at a chemist's laboratory. So yeah, that was not really fun, because I was like, I don't understand anything. But fortunately, it was just a short internship. So okay, no house chores this morning though. My husband is awake. Oh, so I don't want to make a lot of noise and keep him up so he can fall back. Oh yeah, so he can fall back asleep. I was like, then you can do house chores with noise, but yeah, makes sense. Elizabeth, I also had bronchitis this month. Oh no, this is the first week this month I don't have any symptoms of it. And bronchitis is usually quite long lasting, isn't it? So yeah, it's good to hear that you're better. Yeah. I had the same thought. James, you fell asleep at 10 a.m. and I fell asleep a bit after 10 p.m. Yeah. Being a lifelong learner is great for your mental health. I think so too. Especially, we talk about this, my husband and I. We both love to learn new things and explore. So I think especially when you grow older, the people who are still getting excited about all kinds of things, learning or experiencing is something as well. I think they grow older happier, and they still discover stuff and get excited about that. I think other people who are more, I don't know how you can, but there are people who don't have the drive to learn something new. I don't know. I cannot really explain it, but I think they struggle more when they retire, for instance, because they don't know what to do. So yeah, it's interesting. So we have the best time of our lives towards the end of our lives. I don't know. Mark, I was drawing the time away this morning awesome. And now I have to hurry on taking a shower, get dressed. Oh, and you got an appointment. So that's why it was a great time with you all here. Take care. Oh, take care too. Have a great day, Mark. Enjoy the shower. James, Anya putting knowledge to practical use. In MBTI, that is TE, extroverted thinking. Hey, and that's my blind spot. Yeah. Yes. Another proof probably that I am an INFJ because I don't know. That's why I also struggle with work probably, or with, I often think about, what would be a great job. And then I often, like I said before, I would love to study like psychology. But when I think about actually talking to people and stuff like that, I don't know if I would be up for that, or I feel like that would be too exhausting. I don't know. Yeah. That's about that. That's why I always come back to writing. If I had the mind, during the sprint, by the way, I set up my what's it called in English? My transcription function. You know, when I talk to the computer and it writes everything out for me, because I want to try a bit more of audio recording my writing, because I feel like this might also help me get a little bit more unstuck from, I feel a little bit, I want to try some different ways. I've done this before to record my writing. And this can be really helpful to just talk, and then you have a text. So that's what I did during the last sprint, in case you saw me talking to the screen. Okay, but Jessie, also, if I had the money, I would be a forever student. Yeah, because there are so many things I always want to learn. Exactly. I think I would go back and be a history major because I love studying history. Yes, I love history too. I love just hearing about all the things. That's why some parts of my study was history. Okay, I have ADHD, and it's difficult sometimes to learn unless it's a subject I'm passionate about or have intense interest. When I do latch onto something, though, I will dive deep down those rabbit holes. Yeah, I also, when I think back of studying history, for instance, comes back to that I'm the big picture person. So I love to see the patterns and the social aspects of history, but I struggle with the details, in exams, when it was about when did this happen and where, where maybe was easier, but all the little details you need to know for studying history, I struggled with that. So my master's is in psychology. See, bachelor's in communication. Oh, we're so similar. I also studied communication. That was my major so I had a major in communications, and then I studied history and American studies, actually. That's why probably my English is a little bit better than the usual German people English, but also because I went to the UK. That was parts of my studies that we had to spend time abroad, because everyone knows if you live in the country that you want to learn the language of, that's the best way to learn it. You can study as much as you want, but living in an English-speaking country is the way to go. So that was cool. Very cool times. Elizabeth, my goal with going back to college is to get a teaching license. Yes, that's cool. And teach high school science. I could teach chemistry in high school one day. Yes, that sounds awesome. And 2K, if I have to do something that is boring, then I will probably procrastinate on it, unless the repercussions of not doing it are big enough. Yeah. Yeah, we all struggle with that, definitely. Or I do also struggle with that. James, me in therapy. Therapists have to remind me that they study human psychology. They have no clue how to treat whatever the I am. And boredom is the bane of my existence. Yeah. I have definitely to look into something I could just study. So we want to have a final sprint. I talked quite a long time. Let's have a 15-minute cookie timer sprint, I would say. And then I will be back tomorrow. So And I hope, Elizabeth, that your interview goes well. But we have still a sprint, so let's just sprint. Enjoy. Okie dokie, that's the end of my stream. My son is asking for my attention. He's in the kitchen trying to get some food ready for himself, so I will help him with that now and then work a little bit. But I will be back tomorrow. So if you have the time, if you're up, I would love to have you in the chat. So see you soon, my friends. Ciao, ciao, ciao.